Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to PCTV's coverage of Portage Central boys basketball on the Portage Central YouTube channel. Today, the 2-5 Portage Central Mustangs take on the 4-0 Kalamazoo Central Maroon Giants. I'm Erin Brannstrom here with Lewie Wilks, and we'll be covering the thrilling action for this event. Lewie, before we start this game, give us a quick rundown.
Well, Portage Central is currently on a 4-game losing streak and will be looking to right the strip. After losing to Edwardsburg on Tuesday by only 5 points, the Mustangs are hungry to snap the streak, but it won't be easy. K Central is undefeated this season and is planning to keep it that way. Kalamazoo Central hasn't played a game since December 17th, so we'll see if they show any rust tonight.
All right, and before we kick off this event, here are your starting lineups, starting with the Maroon Giants. We have number 2, Quay Calvin, number 3, Darnell Van Diesel, number 11, Terrence Jones, number 12, Hutch Ward, number 22, JP Skybrook. And for the Mustangs, we have number 2, Peyton Porter, number 4, Noah Swope, number 11, Gavin Gruder, number 20, Alex Beechnaw, and number 30, Alexander Kiesling.
We're going to start this game with an administrative technical foul on Kalamazoo Central.
And it looks like we will be starting the game off with a technical foul with Alex Beechnaw shooting at the line.
I think that was because of the dunks that Kalamazoo Central was doing in warm-ups. You weren't allowed to do that in high school basketball.
And make that 2 for the start of the game this evening. And it will go to the Kalamazoo Maroon Giants, number 12, with a dunk. And Peyton Porter dribbles it up the court, looking to go to the side to try and defeat the defense of the Maroon Giants. Over to the corner to Gavin Gruder, back to Porter, looks at a shot, fakes it over to Noah Swope as he passes it back up to Porter. Over to Beechnaw and back to Gruder. With a spin move to drive it back up to Noah Swope. Over to Beechnaw. Back up to the top of the key to Noah Swope. Looks like we have some tough defense here by the Giants. Back up to Beechnaw and to Porter. Dribbles it over to the side. Tries to go in for the layup, but he cannot get it there. Over to Gruder and back to Peyton Porter in the corner. Back to Beechnaw. He dribbles it in, goes for a shot, and he is double teamed. Tries to pass to Porter, but it lands in the hands of the Maroon Giants to number 12, Hutch Ward. Back to the corner for number 22 for a 3, and it falls short in the corner. To number 3 for the rebound. Back to number 22 for an easy layup, and misses. Peyton Porter dribbles it up the key, over to Gruder. Back to Kiesling. Up to the top of the key to Beechnaw, back to Porter. Mustangs looking for a play to run here. Over to Beechnaw. 22 tries to get that from Swope. Porter with a 3, and he makes it! With a score of 5-2, looks like the Maroon Giants are trying to get back the lead. With Mustangs going to press, and Noah Swope gets the steal in for a layup, and it is blocked by number 11, Terrence Jones. It will be Mustang ball as Peyton Porter inbounds the ball. To Beechnaw, to Gruder, back up to Swope, and it is out of bounds on number 11, again, Terrence Jones. Porter inbounds the ball to Noah Swope. as a screen by Beechnaw. Swope looks to go in for a drive, and he cannot get it there. Over to Beechnaw and into the hands of number 11. He dribbles it up the court, in for a layup, and he gets it. 2 points for the Giants, and we have score 5-4. Porter dribbles it up the court as number 2 tries to defend to Swope. Back to Porter. Back to Swope, in for a layup, and passes it to Gruder, and it is intercepted by number 22 to number 12. Goes for the 3, and it is short. And we have a jump ball with Alex Kiesling and number 11, Terrence Jones. Beechnaw to Porter. Back to Beechnaw into Swope as they dribble it past the half-court line. Back to Porter. As Hutch Ward tries to get that steal, but he cannot get it. Over to Swope. And to Gruder as it is out of bounds on number 22, J.P. Skybrook. And the ball is stopped on the inbounds by number 11's Terrence Jones with a 2-point. And we have an easy score of 5-6. 4 minutes into the game. Porter over to Swope. As Porter dribbles it across to Beechnaw for a little handoff. Beechnaw, as Gruder passes him, tries to go in, but he cannot. As number 3, Darnell Van Diesel gets a steal, and for an easy layup, 2 points. Porter dribbles it up the court across the half-point line. Over to Gruder, but with a stop, number 22, J.P. Skybrook. Over to number 11, and it is blocked by Peyton Porter. Looks like we have number 4 for KC coming in, Amoni Yepes, and number 5, Ben Johnson, the freshman. Over to number 4, into number 22, and it looks like a charge is called. Great defense there by Gruder. Beechnaw to Swope as we look here, and we have a 2-man press. Swope dribbles it across the half-point line. With Beechnaw in a screen, back to Beechnaw, and for a 3, can he get it? And it is over. Ben Johnson trying to get the ball over to number 3, but it is intercepted by number 20, back to the hands of 22. Number 11 with a shot, and it's good. Swope dribbles it up the court. Beechnaw with a screen. Over to Beechnaw. To Gruder. Over to Ben. Back to Beechnaw. Over to Gruder. And back up to the top to Noah Swope. Looks like Ben Johnson is here trying to get open, but he just cannot with number 4's defense on him. Up to Gruder as he drives in for a layup, and it's good. Oh, excuse me, there was a charge called on Gruder.
No basket. Offensive foul number 11. First team foul. Hitting the game for Maroon Giants, 15, Benny Dunn, and number 23, Isaiah Kidogai, and for Portage Central, number 23, Zach Stevens.
Over to number 12, dribbles it down the court to number 23, as Ben Johnson tries to get it behind, but he cannot. Swope dribbles it up the court as Amoni Yepes tries to guard him. Over to Johnson. Up to Stewart. And intercepted by Hutch Ward. Passes it back to Benny Donald and back to Hutch Ward for the two-pointer. And timeout for the Portage Central Mustangs. Lewie, if you're Portage Central here, what type of defense are you trying to run here to try and stop the Maroon Giants?
I think we need to be in a lot more gaps and mids. I think on our offense particularly, they're overplaying a lot. We should do a lot more backdoors and try to cut. The handoffs need to be more like intentional. They're doing it kind of lazily. I think that we need to focus up right now.
Absolutely, I agree, and we'll be back right after this short break. And we are back. Beaching onto the swope as we have Terrence Jones trying to guard him. Over to Kiesling. And to Stewart as he tries to look and pass it to Beachnaw, but there's a defender on him guarding him well. Kiesling, but we have a stop by Benny Donald. And he goes in, but Swope blocks it as Kiesling gets the rebound, and we have a jump ball. Oh, excuse me, we have a foul on number 13, Benny Donald, as that is his first for this evening. Swope dribbles it across the court. To Stewart for a handoff. Over to Johnson. Benny Donald playing great defense here, getting a stop, not allowing Ben Johnson to drive in whatsoever. Looks to pass at Kiesling, but we have a kick. Swope to Stewart, goes for the three. And no good. Ball out on Swope. Hutch Ward into Terrence Jones. As we have Johnson and Swope here trying to make a stop somehow. Swope gets an easy steal. As we have number 4, Amani Yepes with a stop. Up to the top of the key to Terrence Jones. Looking to run a play here to try and get some baskets before the quarter's over. Over to Hutch Ward for a three, and it's no good. Too long. Ben Johnson looking to get the ball. Over to Terrence Jones. Over to Yepes. And to Toeli, and to number 11 for a three, but too long. Swope with the rebound. Dribbles it up the court, tries to get a shot, and it is no good. And there's the end of the first quarter. We'll be back after this break. And we are back. Looks like it is Maroon Giant ball with Yepes passing it in to number 11, Jones. Looks like we are running a zone defense here. And also during that break, we had Alex Penny go in for the Mustangs. Over to Ward. Over to Wilborn, back to Ward for a 3, and it is good. We have a score here of 5-17 with the Maroon Giants leading after the second quarter. We have a double team against Swope as Ward gets a rebound, and for another dunk. Quite the night here for Ward so far. Over to Swope, and we have a press here. To Penny. Looks to pass it, but he's being double teamed. To Herb, as he makes his first moments of the night. Johnson in for a shot, doesn't make it. Jones dribbling it up the court. Over to Ward. Back to Jones. And to Donald for a jumper, and no good. Man, Maroon Giants really came out with the defense here tonight after the first quarter. As we have Herb given a screen, but great defense here by the Giants as they switch. Swope looking to make a pass, but nobody's open here. As he drives in, and we have a foul. 2 shots for Swope.
Kalamazoo Central foul number 12, Hutch Ward. First personal, second.
Looks like that's a foul on number 12, as that is his first for the night.
And free throw line, Ellis Swope, shooting 2.
And that first one is no good. In for the Mustangs, we have number 20, Alex Beechna, 30, Alex Kiesling, and we have Porter. They are sitting out looking to go in for Swope after he makes this next basket. And for the Maroon Giants, we have number 32, Sharon Wilborn. And it's good. In comes Peyton Porter. Yepes dribbles it up the court. Over to Calvin. Dribbles it in for a drive for a jumper, and it's no good as it dribbles around the ring. As number 13 gets the rebound, Donald. Over to Johnson. Easy pass to Stewart. Looks down to Porter. To Beechna. Back to Porter. And we have a steal by number 22, JP Skybrook, as he makes an easy layup to get the lead of 6-23. Mustangs really got to show some good offense here as the Maroon Giants are having some great defense. Johnson dribbles it across the court to Porter. Goes for the 3, and it's no good. To Johnson for the rebound, no good. Back to Porter, over to Kiesling. So we have a little scramble there. Peyton Porter back with the rebound again. To Beechna, as he is pushed back on the 3, but no foul is called. Over to 13, back to 22, JP Skybrook with a 3-pointer. Looks like we have an injury here on the ground. Kiesling walks it off as Ernest comes in for him. Beechna inballs the ball to Porter. And a foul is called on number 13, Benny Donald, as that is his second here tonight. Terrence Jones for the steal, as Stewart gets a steal himself. Over to Porter. As Yepes is playing some great defense, trying to get the ball whatever way he can. Over to Beechnaw. Goes for the three, and it's no good. Yepes to Donald. Donald in for a jumper, and it is good. 2 points. Beechnaw inbounds the ball to Porter, as it looks like we have some subs here for the Maroon Giants. Porter over to Beechnaw, to Stewart as he fakes, to Ernest at the top of the key. Back over to Porter. Goes in for a drive, but is stopped by number 2, Quay Calvin. Looks like that's a foul on number 22, JP Skybrook. As we have multiple Maroon Giants coming in, we have number 11, Terrence Jones, number 22, JP Skybrook.
In for the Mustangs, number 4, Noah Slope, and number 11, Gavin Gruder. In for Kalamazoo Central, number 3, Erin Barnesdale, number 11, Terrence Jones, number 12,
Porter looks to inbound the ball to Beechnaw, as number 3 comes up with some good, trying to get a stop. And he gets one. Over to number 11, Terrence Jones. Over to the corner to number 22 for a 3, and it is short. Swope with the rebound, dribbles it up the court. Over to Gruder, to Ernest. As he gets a jumper there for his first points for the evening. So they double team him into the corner there, looking to make a pass, and he does to number 22, JP Skybrook. Back to Skybrook, over to Jones. Number Ward in the corner. Skybrook goes for a 3 as Beechnaw gets the rebound. Beechnaw to Porter. Over to Gruder. Back to Beechnaw and over to Porter. To Swope in the corner. To Ernest. Back to Porter. To Swope. As he looks to pass across the court, but is stopped by Skybrook. As number 3 goes in for a layup, but is stopped by Porter. And it looks like we might have an injury here, folks, as Porter goes to look for a fake, and it is stopped by Skybrook. And a timeout is called for an injury on the court.
Timeout for injury.
Well, the Maroon Giants here have a 20-point lead. Lewie, what do you think that the Maroon Giants can do to further that lead?
I think they need to continue to gamble on these passes. The Portage Central Mustangs are not being intentional with their passes, so that's what they've gotten a lot of their points from, is just fast breaks. Continuing to do that. Being very patient on the outside, just waiting to get shots where they can drive instead of just taking the wide open 3. I think that if they continue to do that, they will further this lead tonight.
Exactly. I totally agree. Mustangs start making some plays. Maroon Giants keep up the score. And we are back as Darnell Van Diesel goes out. Looks like a knee injury there. As it is the Maroon Giants ball here. Jones to Ward for a 3, and he gets it. Looks like that is 12th point of the night, folks. Ward is doing a great job tonight. There goes Swope to Ernest. Over to Porter, as we have Terrence Jones trying to get a stop. Porter goes to drive in, back up to the top of the key to Ernest, over to Swope. To Gruder in the corner there. To Swope, looks for a jumper as it is long. Porter tries to get the rebound, but it looks like it is out of bounds on Porter. Giants ball. Jones dribbles it across the ring for a jumper, and it is good. 2 points. Ernest to Porter. As Porter dribbles it across the court. With a crossover move there to Swope in the corner for a 3, and it's no good. Skybrook over to Ward across the court. Great pass. As Gruder gets a stop. Dribbles it across the court, looks for a pass, but keeps the ball himself over to Swope. To Beechon on the corner for a 3, as it is short. Ernest trying to get the rebound, but Ward seems to be getting it. He is really aggressive here tonight, folks. Dribbles it up the court, over to a side pass to Skybrook, up to Atkinson for a 3, and it is good.
Portage Central, Kalamazoo Central, 3.
The 3-point here for the Giants are just flying. As Swope dribbles it across the court to Beechnaw to Porter, as Skybrook tries to get a stop. Over to Beechnaw, back to Gruder. And to Beechnaw, as it is out on number 12, Hutch Ward. And in for the Mustang folks, we have Alex Kiesling, number 30, for Ryan Ernest. And it looks like we have the starters in here for the Mustangs. Up to Gruder, back to Porter for a 3, and it is short. Ward with a 3, and it is good. And that is the end of the first half. Lewie here, what do you think that the Mustangs could do better on defense and offense?
I think on offense, they need to be a lot more intentional with what they're doing. I think that they need to see more openings, a lot more backdoors. Kalamazoo Central is being very aggressive on the outside, trying to gamble for passes. I think it's important to see that, fake that pass, and go backdoor with it. On defense, they clearly need to, they try to go to a 2-3 zone. It's not working. The Kalamazoo Central is now hitting all these threes. So I think that they need to close out harder. I think that they need to put a little bit more aggression into what they're doing.
Absolutely, I agree, and we will be back here after halftime. welcome back to PCTV's coverage of Portage Central boys basketball. Currently, the Maroon Giants are leading with a score of 39-8. We have some lead scorers for the Maroon Giants. We have Ward, the senior, with 15, Jones with 8, and Donald with 6. And for the Mustangs, we have Porter leading with 3 points, Ernest with 2, and Beach with 2 as well. And as we start off the second quarter, we have Mustang ball. Let's see if they can at least cut the lead a little bit, and let's see if the Maroon Giants can keep the lead and keep up the good, hard defense. Beachna into Porter as he dribbles it across the court. Over to Gruder. Up to the top of the key to Swope as he looks to pass it into Kiesling, but he takes it himself, and it is blocked by number 13. It looks like that'll be a foul there on number 13,
Kalamazoo Central foul, number 13.
as that is his third for the evening,
Team foul.
as we have Swope at the line. And the first one is no good. And that one is good for his second point of the night. Into Ward as he makes a fake move as it just rings around the hoop, with Swope with the rebound. Over to Porter. Kiesling with a screen, but Donald is there to back up his teammate there. To Bruder in the corner, as he almost gets out of bounds, but he's able to make the pass back up to the top of the key to Swope. Over to Beachna and to Gruder as he goes for a 3, and it's no good. Kiesling looking to tip out, and he does, making it the Maroon Giants ball. Donald into Jones. Over to Skybrook, to Ward. Back over to Jones as he goes in for a layup, and easy 2 points there. As Porter dribbles it up the court, as Calvin tries to get a stop here. As Ward gets a stop, and it is in the hands of Porter, and it goes out of bounds. Mustang ball. Beachna into Porter. Great defense here by Calvin. Porter tries to get it across the court, and he does. Looks to pass and switches with Ward on defense there. Ball fake, and we have a jump ball with Ward and Porter, as it is the Maroon Giants ball. Ward to Skybrook. Skybook dribbles it over. Up to Ward at the top. And it looks like we have a charge there. Number 2, Quay Calvin. That is his first for the evening. Second team foul. And in for the Giants, we have Isaiah Teothile. As we have Giants, we have Jones and Ward trying to get a stop as Swope dribbles it across the half-court line. Over to Gruder. Dribbles around, tries to do something, gets it to Beechnaw. Back up to Gruder. Ball fakes it over to Swope and over back to Beechnaw as he cuts and looks to score. Back up to Kiesling for a 3, and no good. As Gruder gets the rebound, passes it over to Porter. Back over to Gruder. And it looks like we have a foul there on number 11, Terrence Jones. That'll be the third team foul and his first. Beechnaw to Porter, back up to Swope. Has a nice pass over to Kiesling as he tries to put it back up, and he does for 2 points. And it looks like that is his first points for the night. As it looks like we have a foul there on Kiesling. Excuse me, Gavin Gruder foul, as it is his second for the night. First team foul of the half. And we have Isaiah Teothile shooting 2. And that one is no good, keeping the lead for the Giants of 30 points. That one's no good as well. Swope with the rebound, as he has tried to be double teamed by number 23 and 2. Swope to Porter. Porter for a 3, and it is no good. And in for the Mustangs is Ben Johnson, freshman. Ward to Skybrook. Over to Jones. Back to Skybrook. To Ward. For an easy jumper there. Another 2 points for the Giants there. Ward is having a great game tonight with 17 points. Swope is double teamed there, but he's able to get the pass to Beechnaw. Over to Kiesling as he cuts through the key. Back up to Swope to the top. As it is short. Great pass there by Calvin to Ward. Over to Skybrook for a 2-pointer. Great teamwork and passing there. Maroon Giants looks like they're playing a key defense. Over to Beechnaw in the corner for a 3, and it is good. Looks like that is his 5th point for the night. Skybrook over to Jones. In and over to Calvin for another 3, and that one is good too. Back-to-back 3s. Johnson over to Swope. Beechnaw over to Swope, into the corner to Gruder as he drives in, but it is short and falls to the ground as he tries to defend Ward, and he gets a stop. Goes in for a 2-pointer, but is blocked. Swope with the rebound, but it looks like a foul is called. It'll be on number 4, Noah Swope, as it is the Maroon Giants ball. Man, quite the scuffle there, folks. Ward over to Skybrook. As we have Johnson and Swope guarding up top. Ward over to Jones. Jones back up to the top to Skybrook. Over to Ward as he goes in for a 3. It is no good. Beechnaw with a rebound. Over to Swope as he dribbles it up the court. Swope to Beechnaw. Back to Swope for a layup, but it is no good. Looks like Beachknob with a steal as he dribbles it back over to Swope. Swope looks to drive in and back to Johnson for a three, and it is good. First 3 points for the freshman here tonight as Skybrook passes it to Jones. Back to Skybrook and to Ward. Back to Jones and over to Calvin for a three as it is too long. As it is knocked out by the Maroon Giants, it is Mustang ball. And in for the Maroon Giants, we have number 4, Amoni Gapes, and number 10, Clark Atkinson. It looks like we're going to have another Mustang in here tonight as Porter comes in for Swope. Has to go back in and check in. Each not a Porter, as Gapes is there to guard right away. Over to Johnson, back to Porter. They play a little passing game to try and keep it away from Gapes. Back over to Porter. Ball fake over to Lynch there in the corner. Back to Porter. Over to Lynch as he looks to pass it to a teammate here. Back up to Johnson at the top. Beachknob for a three, and it is too short. Almost gets his own rebound there, but we have Atkinson who gets it over to Gapes. Back to Atkinson. Over to Ward as he passes it over to Jones. And it looks like that one will be good. And that will be a foul on Alex Kiesling, as that is his first foul for tonight. And we have Terrence Jones there at the line. And it is good for his 13th point of the night. And it looks like we have Urban here for Kiesling. Porter over to Johnson, as he has tried to be double teamed, and we have a foul called. Looks like it'll be on number 4, Gapes. As Lynch inbounds the ball to Herb. Dribbles it in between the legs over back to Porter. To Johnson. Ball fake. Passes it over to Beachknob. Back to Herb. Over to Lynch. To Porter. So he looks to shoot it. And Herb with a three. And it is good for his first 3 points of the night, folks. Over to Ward. Back to Ward for a three. And it is good. Again, back-to-back threes. Porter over to Johnson. To Beachknob. And it is out of bounds on the Mustangs, as Evan Herb does not catch that one. Oh, looks like there was a little bit of confusion there. Out on the Maroon Giants, and it is Mustang ball as we have Zach Stewart coming in for the Mustangs. And Beachknob is out on that one. Lynch into Johnson. To Herb. As he looks to score there, but Tyler Lynch with the rebound, but it is too short. Ward over to Jones. Back to Ward as a three at the P there on the court as he almost makes it. Quite the distance away from the three-point line there. Porter dribbles it up the court over to Herb. Over to Lynch. And to Stewart. looks like we have a foul there on Yepe's.
Kalamazoo Central foul number 4, Maroon heads.
As it is Mustang ball over there on the side. Lynch to Herb. To Stewart. Ball fake. Goes to look, drive in. Does not get it, but Herb with the rebound. Almost out of bounds there, but he makes to get it. Lynch with a 3, and it is no good to end the third quarter. Lewie, what do you think that the Mustangs have done different to cut the score a little bit in this third quarter?
I think that they're being a lot more aggressive. Their passes are much faster, quicker, sharper. I think that they're being very patient on offense, getting what they want, not forcing shots up. I think on defense they're doing a lot better job making Kalamazoo Central be patient, as they are a team that likes to move fast on offense.
Absolutely, I agree, and we will be back here after this short break. And we are back, starting the fourth quarter here off with a score of 54-20 as the Giants lead this one. Lynch passes it into Porter. Back to Stewart. Over to Johnson, and he goes for a 3, but it looks like it is brushed and tipped off by number 13, Donald. Over to Atkinson. Back to number 23, Isaiah Tothio. As number 23, Skybrook, goes for a 3, as it is no good. Yepe's with a 3, no good as well. Looks like we have a call there. And we have a foul there on number 10. Looks like that's Evan Herb for the Mustangs. As he is subbed out for number 55, Alex Penny. Over to the corner. Back up to the top to Skybrook. Back to number 10, Atkinson. No good for that 3 there, as Porter gets the rebound. Dribbles it up the court. With Skybrook on defense for him. Over to Lynch, to Penny. To Stewart. Back to Penny, as it is blocked by Donald. Over to Skybrook, as he goes in for a jumper, and it is good. 2 points there for Skybrook. Porter dribbles it up the court, as we have Ryan Ernest there checking in. Porter over to Stewart. To Lynch. Ball fakes it to Stewart, but passes it to Penny. And it looks like we have a foul there, where we have Isaiah Tothio wrapping his arms around Penny there. As Ernest checks in for Stewart. Porter to Ernest. Back to Porter for a 3. And it is good. Porter here with 6 points for the night as he gets the steal. In for the layup. And another 2 points for Porter. Skybrook dribbles it up as Johnson looks to play some defense there. Over to Yepe's. To number 23, Tothio. To number 13, Donald. Number 23 scrambles for it and looks to pass it to a teammate, but Penny stops it. To Ernest, back to Porter. To Ernest as he goes for a three, and no good. We have number 13 with the rebound. Over to number 23 as he tries to dunk, and a foul is called. Looks like that one's going to be on Ernest. And that is his first here for the evening.
Portage Central foul number 14, Ryan Ernest. First personal hit.
As we have Theodile at the line.
Theodile shooting two.
As he misses there, looking to get his first point of the evening. And we have in for the Mustangs, Gabe Johnson. That one misses as well as it is too long, bouncing back off of the rim.
Kalamazoo Central foul number 13, Manny Donald.
Looks like we have a foul there.
Personal 16 foul.
As that is Jones, Donald's fourth foul. Ernest passes it into Porter. Porter dribbles it in, looks to shoot, but Penny with the rebound as he looks to get his first points, but it's short. Porter with his own rebound to get him to 10 points for the evening. Penny with the rebound, as that is a shot from Atkinson's, over to Porter. Over to Ernest. To Penny as he goes for a three, but it is no good. Atkinson with the rebound as he passes it to Yepes. As we have Ben Johnson trying to get a stop there, Garden in there. Ernest with the backup as Gabe Johnson dribbles it up the court looking to get his first points for the evening, but it is short. And it looks like a foul is called. And
I think that was goaltending there. I think he slapped the backboard and it was goaltending.
oh,
So Gabe Johnson will get those 2 points.
as he gets his first points there for the evening. Calvin to Yepes, over to Theodile. As it is tried to be passed, but Ernest gets it to Porter. And he looks to pass it to Ernest, and he does, with Ernest and the 2 points! Man, Mustangs have really come back in this fourth quarter here. As we have a score of 56-31. Mustangs have really cut the lead here. Lewie, what do you think that the Giants are talking about here, trying to, keep the lead going and stopping the Mustangs?
I think the Giants came into this second half thinking that they're up by so much, like they have this game in the bag, and Portage Central has shown to be very scrappy. I think the Maroons really need to focus on getting in their gaps, and they're overplaying quite a bit on defense, which is letting the Mustangs allow to drive. So I think they need to back off a little bit, make them shoot maybe, but yeah.
Absolutely. We are back from this short break as it will be the Maroon Giants ball. Theodile to Yepes. Over to Calvin. Back to Theodile. Over to Atkinson. Back to Calvin, and he goes in for a shoot. And it looks like a foul is called there. It'll be a foul on Penny. That will be his first of the evening. will be good for Calvin's 4th point for the evening. That one is no good. Penny with the rebound. Over to Gabe. Passes it to Ben. Looks to pass it to Ernest, but Atkinson stops it as he gets it out of the bounds, so Mustang ball. Portage or Ernest. Looks like he had nobody guarding him there. As we have Ben Johnson with a 3, as it shoots right back out at him. Porter. Gave to Ernest. Ernest over to Porter for a 3, and it is good! Porter here with 13 points on the evening, really coming out in this second half here. Yepes over to Calvin, back to Yepes. Over to Theodile as he gets 2 points there for the evening. Porter dribbles it up the court. As Johnson goes in for a 3 there. No good. Looks like we have a charge called there on Porter. That is his first of the evening. As we have Beachnaw checking in. Looks like we will be shooting 1 and 1 here as the Mustangs have 7 fouls. And we have Calvin at the line for the Maroon Giants, looking to get his 5th point of the evening. And that one is no good. Ben Johnson with the rebound. Over to Ernest. He dribbles it across to pass it to Penny. Over to Gabe Johnson in the corner there. Over to Ben Johnson as he looks to make a 3, as it just whirls out of the rim there. Over to Atkinson as he is alone there down, and he gets those 2 points, making him at 5 points for the evening. Ernest inbounds the ball to Ben Johnson. Over to Beachnaw. Over to Penny. To Ernest. Over to Gabe Johnson as he looks to drive. And he somehow gets through those 2 defenders there, but there is a foul called. Looks like foul will be... That will be a foul on Theodile, as that is his 2nd for the evening. Gabe Johnson shooting 2, looking to get his 3rd and 4th point of the evening. And that first one is good, setting him at 3 points. As we have number 20 and 14 checking in for the Maroon Giants. Number 20, Connor Van Dam, and number 14, Cole Van Dam. As Johnson gets his own rebound, and another foul is called on number 32, Sharon Wilborn. Really great job there for Johnson getting his own rebound to then get another foul called on him. As that one is no good. That one's no good as well. So we have Van Dam with the rebound there. Over to Calvin, so he goes for an easy jumper there. 2 points for him for the evening, as that is his 6th point for the night. Ben Johnson over to Beachnaw. Over to Penny as we have Tyler Lynch here checking in. Ben Johnson over to Beachnaw as he looks to score as number 32, Sharon Wilborn has some great defense there. Calvin dribbles it down the court, but it comes out of his hands into Ernest Palm, passes it over to Ben Johnson as he dribbles it up the court. Penny there for a screen. Beechnaw goes for a three as it is short, knocked to the ground. As number 20 dribbles up the court to Atkinson. As Penny deflects the ball back into the palms of the Giants. As we have 56 seconds left here in the game. Atkinson to Theoborn as he gets 2 points there. Excuse me, that was by Sharon Wilborn. Beechnaw with a screen. Comes it over to Gabe Johnson. Beechnaw with a three, and that one is good. Setting him at his 8th point of the evening. Up to the top of the key to Atkinson. And that will be over and back as Tyler Lynch comes into the game this evening. Into Johnson as Gabe sets a screen there. Looking to get some late points here. Over to Penny. Over to Gabe. Back over to Ben. And to Beechnaw for the three-pointer as it is rebounded by Calvin. And that is the end of the game with the score of 65-38 with the Maroon Giants win. Thank you for tuning in to this exclusive coverage by the Mustang Boys basketball on the Portage Central YouTube channel, powered here by PCTV. Next week, the Portage Central Mustangs will take on the Loring Norks Knights away. For me and my partner, Lewie Wilks, I'm Erin Brannstrom, signing off.